If you're intentionally killing civilians, you probably shouldn't beat your chest and brag about it. You know, maybe you could make the
I agree
case,
with that.
Maybe you make the case that we had to do it or whatever, but you should.
I agree.
You should weep, and that's evil, and you should just say it's evil. And I know it's really threatening to.
Is it evil, though?
Ben Shapiro to say that or whatever, but
Is it evil?
to kill civilians on purpose? Yeah, it is. I think it is.
Really?
Kids and children. Well, how is it not actually?
In a war?
Well, you can call it whatever you want. How is it right to kill women and children?
Okay, so this has to be one of the dumbest takes I've ever heard. Now, I understand that they're talking specifically in this clip about Hiroshima and Nagasaki and the use of nuclear weapons. And there's a lot of people in the comments agreeing with Tucker and saying that Morgan appears a fool because Tucker Carlson is playing on emotions and very blanketly saying that killing women and children is always wrong regardless of circumstance. And by this logic, this would make every single war that has ever occurred unjustified. Civilians die in every single modern armed conflict. That doesn't mean that every modern armed conflict has been unjustified. Take World War II, which they were talking about, for example. An estimated 1.5 million to 3 million German civilians died during World War II. That doesn't mean that the Allied side of World War II was unjustified or evil, as Tucker Carlson puts it. Plenty of women and children died. The Allied forces were fighting an evil power that unjustifiably murdered innocent civilians simply for their religion and ethnicity. Systematically, fighting the Germans was undoubtedly justified. Of course, we want to minimize civilian casualties, but they will happen regardless. It's interesting, he also relates this back to Israel. He says that might be hard for Ben Shapiro to admit. He doesn't directly say it, but we all know what he's talking about. He's talking about Israel. Israel is not purposefully killing women and children, civilians. Quite the opposite. Israel sends out mass text messages, mass phone calls to civilians, warning them that a strike is imminent. They roof knock, which is where they take small munitions and hit the roofs of buildings not enough to penetrate them to warn civilians that they need to get out when a strike is imminent. They send out evacuation orders. They drop leaflets. They set up evacuation zones. They ship in more humanitarian aid through the Krim Shalom crossing in Israel than any other country. Don't all of these things sound counterintuitive to the objective of purposefully killing civilians? Gaza has enough food to feed every Gazan by an estimated 3,000 calories per day per person. Most of that is provided by Israel. If you wanted to kill them, why would you fatten them up? If you wanted to kill them, why would you warn them before you bomb the areas where they are? If you wanted to kill them, why would you drop leaflets? Set up evac zones. Give evacuation orders. It doesn't make sense. Israel has the armaments to eviscerate the Gazan population. And yet the number of Gazan civilians killed in this war doesn't even outpace the birth rate. The Palestinian population has 5x'd since Israel's inception. Make it make sense. That's all I have for you this time, guys. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below. 90% of those of you who watch my videos are not subscribed, so make sure to hit that subscribe button. If you'd like other ways to support me, make sure to join my Discord. You can debate with people just like me. I'm trying to build a community there. I also have memberships, supers, my PayPal and Cashapp are linked below, as well as my Patreon. Thanks, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.